in a land filled with milk and honey. There lived a group of unique people. In this land, there lived witches, wizards, and mystical creatures. They were a normal thing in this land. The moment a child gets to the age of 10, he exhibits his first powers as either a witch, a wizard, or a healer. But it was unheard of not to get your powers by the age of 10. Each house of witches had a coven which they belonged to, and a leader was assigned to each coven. There lived a particular girl called Itoha. Itoha came from a family which was known in the community as the least powerful witches in the land. They had powers, but their powers were useless among other witches, and because of this, they were the least respected in the village. To make matters worse, Itoha was 18 years old, and still her powers hadn't shown, which caused her mockery and bullying among her peers and villagers. She was the first person in the village to be born without any special powers, or juju. The leader of the coven where her family belonged to tried consulting the special realm when Itoha was 12 years old to find out why Itoha hadn't gotten her powers. It simply told them that Itoha was a slow developer and would still get her powers with time. But several years went by and the powers was yet to surface. So Itoha was kicked out of the coven to avoid bringing shame to them. They already had enough embarrassment as the weakest in the land. Now they will have a member that is powerless. They couldn't afford to have that amount of shame before them. Itoha lived her life in loneliness and became this extremely quiet girl who always hid in the shadows, even in school. She avoided the students with high-ranking powers as they loved to pick on the weak ones, especially her, who was a mundane, an ordinary person. So she avoided everyone and no one wanted to be friends with her. But no matter how much she avoided them, they always bullied her, especially the luminaries, the high-ranking and most powerful people in the land. They would beat her to a pulp, and since she couldn't do anything about it, she would go home crying every time. And her parents were powerless against those children who bullied their daughter, so they just endured and prayed that her powers would surface. One day, a new student from a faraway land came into Itoha's school. He was mysterious and had this aura surrounding him. He never smiled with anyone and only spoke to the teachers when necessary. Itoha overheard that his name was Osaz. No one knew where he came from or if he even had powers. So one day, after school, Itoha was passing another path to avoid two girls and a guy, Ehi, Uwa, and Ekpen, who were the luminaries who constantly bullied her. Unknown to her, Uwa, who could see into the future, had already known that she would pass a certain route to avoid them. So they waited for her in that path, and when she saw them, she tried running away, but Ekpen, who was as fast as lightning, caught up with her, and they started to beat her.
I told you to get me something during break time and you disappeared. You stupid mundane. How dare you, you powerless fly. I should crush you and leave you to the birds.
Suddenly, they heard a voice.
Leave her alone.
When they looked up, they saw it was the new mysterious boy, Usaz. Ekpen, who was the boy among them, laughed.
I'm sure you do not know who we are. Your parents probably did not educate you. We are the luminaries, the most powerful coven in the land, and I'm giving you a chance to run along, and maybe I might just forget this nonsense and let it slide.
But still, Osaz remained unafraid and unshaken as the symbol on his head changed to orange.
Do not let me repeat myself again. I hate to repeat myself. Get your hands off the girl.
Ekpen saw that Osaz wasn't budging and tried to run towards him and smack him down when he saw Osaz command fire with both hands. They were all frozen. Not even the luminaries could command fire. Who was this boy? Guys, I have found a secret that people are using to cash out online. This business is the new oil money and has been paying Nigerians for a long time, myself included. And all you need to start is your smartphone and 2 to 3 hours every day. That is it. Please and please, don't let the devil be singing in your ear. It is a scam. It is a scam. Click the link in my bio to get access to my WhatsApp. Change your financial life this 2024. Become that baller you've always dreamt of being. Click the link in my bio. The training I'll be giving you is free, so you won't have to pay me for that in case that's what you're worried about, okay? So click the link in my bio. It will be taking you directly to my WhatsApp. Do you understand? It will take you directly to my WhatsApp where I'll be teaching you how to earn the figures you are seeing on your screen.
A couple pills in the daytime. How'd you get a friend with a headlight? Probably should have fucked in the first night. Now I gotta wait for the green light. I don't